Hey guys, welcome to MNMMPT NAATI YouTube channel. This will be a very short video on how can you approach towards the note-taking method of NAATI Hindi or even for that matter NAATI Gujarati. So let's get straight to the point and see what are the few pointers that you should follow whenever you start taking your notes. So the first things first is whether it is, let me just give it a general title, NAATI, but I am talking here about Hindi or Gujarati. First thing, my approach would be to master the vocabulary. So I have to make a list of vocabulary on my own. Even if someone has given me a list or I'm following some app or some website or some YouTube video, doesn't matter. Have you created your own list? That is one most important thing. If you have written every word on your own, that will make it easier for you to memorize those words, and highlight the difficult words with some different color pen so that this is something difficult for me, revise it regularly. So the first step is vocabulary. Second is obviously note taking. Now when I say note taking, this note taking does not include note taking and then delivering the information in the opposite language. This note taking means only taking notes when I'm listening to the segment, listening to the audio. So I would give it at least 2 to 3 days. For 2 to 3 days, my approach has to be, can I just master taking good notes? Because obviously when day one you will start, you will try and write down every single word that you listen from the segment. If you have watched my video on how to take notes or note-taking strategies, I have shared. Even if you watch for Hindi language, the strategy doesn't change. Even if you are giving NAATI in some other language, let's say Punjabi or Gujarati, the note-taking strategies won't change. Language can change, but the strategy doesn't change. So let's say first day, what you will do is you'll write down the complete segment. Like for example, the segment is, my name is Mohit and I live in Australia. For example, my name is Mohit and I live in Australia. You'll try and write down every single word because you want to make sure that your notes are perfect and all that. Don't do that. Write down important words only so that you can deliver the meaning. Second, whatever you write has to be in short form. From day one, try and see if you can create short form for every single word, because if you cannot do that, what happens is when you're not writing the short forms and you're writing the the full word, the complete word, it will waste your time. You won't be able to finish your note taking for the entire segment, especially if the segment is too long. So from day one, what I will do is make a list of short forms. Like for example, how can I help you today? Such a long sentence. So I will write it like this, HLP 2, that's it. And if it is how can I help you, HLP question mark. The reason I'm putting question mark is because I know this is a question and not a sentence. So these basic things you need to develop from day one, creating short forms and writing important words only so that you can deliver the information using those words, and you need not write every single word that is part of the segment. These are the two things that you need to keep in mind. Also, when you take notes, what you need to do is, whenever the segment is being played, I always tell this to all my students, they will always give you an introduction before they start the dialogue. Listen to that introduction very carefully. Understand what the story is about. Imagine that, visualize it. When you visualize things, when you imagine things, when you involve yourself in the story, it makes it very easy for you to deliver the information. For example, if you listen to this dialogue and it says, this dialogue is a conversation between a teacher and a student. Straight away imagine a teacher is sitting, a student is there. When you visualize these things, it helps your brain to recollect the vocabulary associated with that word, teacher, student. So what sort of vocabulary will you have? Assignments, homework, marks, exams, such things. Your brain starts thinking in that direction. Now your brain won't think about swimming pool, or your brain won't think about holiday in London, because it knows that the dialogue is about a teacher and a student. So this exercise will help for sure. Then when the segment is being played for you, the speaker is speaking, see if you can understand and visualize that when you are writing the notes. This sounds dramatic, but this has a lot of impact. So when the speaker is saying, for example, the teacher is saying, Hi Dhruv, I was expecting you to submit the assignment by Wednesday, but you haven't done it so far. It is so easy to visualize. The teacher is just letting the students know, and now you know that okay, the teacher was telling Dhruv about assignment. And when was he supposed to submit it? Submit by Wednesday. Simple. So now you know that there is a teacher who is telling Dhruv that the assignment was supposed to be submitted by Wednesday. What are the important words? The person who is speaking, the person who is listening, what? Assignment, when? Submitted by Wednesday. These are the keywords. I will only write down the keywords in my notes and everything in short form. Otherwise, I cannot finish my notes. So this is how you need to follow your note taking in your NAATI, Hindi or Gujarati or any language for that matter. Now, once you master this note taking and you feel okay, now I'm able to take notes, I'm not missing segments. If you are missing, you have to make sure you repeat that segment note taking again and again and again. Don't go to the new segment till you master the previous one. Do, I would say, 5 to 7, maybe up to 10 dialogues, just note taking, and master yourself with note taking, and then move to the next step, which is the last step, step 3, and that is taking notes and delivering the information. That is your last step. So then if you follow this step 1 vocabulary, step 2 note taking, and step 3 note taking and delivering information step by step by step, that's when you reach to your conclusion efficiently. So I hope this does make sense. If you are towards giving your NAATI exam, watch all our NAATI videos and they will help you a lot. And if you have any questions regarding NAATI, you can always get in touch with us through Facebook or Messenger. Just search for the channel's name and you'll find it there. Get in touch with us regarding consultations, 30 minutes consultation, 1 hour or even more if you want, for PT or for NAATI for that matter. Prediction files are available, vocabulary list is available. I mean, everything is there. Just let us know if you're after those things and we'll let you know how you can get them. So for that, good luck, practice hard, and I'll see you all next time with the next video. Bye for now.